I ended up pregnant by 17. I had my firstborn at 18. And that was the first time he brought me the first STD. I remember going to the doctors and I came back out in the car and I was like, yeah, I got an STD. And he laughed like it was a joke.
Woo!
My man said, well, at least it's something you can get rid of.
Oh my.
I said, say what?
Oh.
Yeah. So he didn't care at all. So my baby was born. He had stuff oozing out his eyes, all kind of nonsense from this because I had it for so long. I didn't know I had it
This was when you were pregnant.
while I was pregnant.
Ladies, this is Dr. Dana back with my signature Women on Fire conference and live Love Luster Lies podcast recording. Come join us for a candid discussion on toxic relationships, narcissists, demons, and more. This epic night of healing and deliverance will take place January 23rd, New Orleans, Louisiana, at the New Orleans Marriott from 7 to 10 p.m. The event will feature celebrity guest Patrice Lovely, aka Ma from Ma's House, and your favorite podcast guests, Veronica, Latoya, Katie, and many more. Come to this one-of-a-kind event that brings the heat and the healing. Tickets are now on sale. Registration is open. To register, visit Women on Fire 2026 at eventbrite.com.
Welcome back to Love Luster Lies. So excited to be back and even more excited for today's conversation. I'm your host, Dr. Dana. This is our co-host,
Dr. Delicia.
and we are just, boy, it's going to get real today. I don't even want to take too much time talking. So y'all know once I get started, I can't stop. So I'm just going to shut up and say, y'all know we've had conversations about this narcissist demon that is obviously running rampant, causing harm and chaos in so many people's lives. This thing is more prominent and prevalent than I have known. And I cannot believe it. And we've heard from Mir, the self-aware narcissist, Mir, the chosen one, the self-aware narcissist. We've heard from Leanna, who's experienced it. We've heard from so many. But you have not heard from this young lady. Here today, y'all better grab your popcorn, grab your teacup. I say your teacup. Because it's about to be on. You about to hear some stuff you have never heard before. Here with us today is a beautiful queen who has been tormented by a narcissist, married to him for more than 20 years and in a relationship with him for more than 20 years. And you're about to hear some things that will make you think twice before dating if you're single and about getting married. And that's what we're here for. Miss Shakerah.
Hello. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much
Hey,
for having me.
honey, the thanks is ours because you're about to bring us some information today to help our audience know why they need to be more prayerful, why they need to pump the brakes, why if they seeing red flags, they need to run if they can get out.
Yes.
We're jumping right in. Tell us about who you married and when it started.
Okay, so my name is Shakerah. I actually started dating my narcissist at the tender age of 14. I was a child. We were in high school. We were, I guess, what you call high school sweethearts. He was 16 at the time. So, got together in high school with so many red flags that I overlooked because I was a kid and I didn't know what a red flag was. Although my father told me daughter, boys only want one thing. That's what's in between your legs.
Uh-huh.
And he, to this day, he's like, I don't understand how you got into this relationship. Like, I prepared you for this. I warned you against
Mm.
this. And yet you still fell victim. I was a child. What do you want from me?
Wow.
But
But Shakira, pause there. Go back now. You say you saw so many red flags when y'all were 14 and he was 16. Tell us about those.
so I didn't find out this later on down the line, but him even approaching me and wanting to talk to me was because his friend sent him to come holler at me because he wanted to date me. He lied to the friend and told him, nah, she don't want you because he decided he wanted me for himself. So it was Operation Get Shakira. And, I did at least have some of what my father instilled in me. So it was like, back up, back up. I'm not ready for none of that. Get out of here. But, we ended up in the same class and he just made his way, it just sneaked his way right on in. I can't see, teacher. Can I move closer? Because I was a nerd. So I sat up the front. He ended up sitting right behind me or right next to me or something. And I went to give my girlfriend my phone number and to do her hair because I've been braiding since I was like 9. And he snatched it and decided to call me. I didn't think he was going to use the number, but he called my house and my heart hit my toes. Back in the day, I'm 39, by the way. And we got divorced when I was 34, but it was a landline. So when he called, I answered the phone and, can I speak to Shakira? Literally, I hung up immediately because my dad can answer the phone upstairs and God forbid, we both going to be in trouble. So that's
So
how
he
that
was
started.
weird. He was kind of weird.
Yeah,
Because
he
he
ain't
was
care.
forcing his way. So you were in the class. He found his way to get close to you, and he snatched the number that was not for him and actually called you. He kind of was weird.
Kind
Okay.
of
You know what I'm
stalking
saying?
potential.
Yeah.
So yeah,
That's kind of stalking potential. I'm just saying.
you know what I'm saying? But I didn't notice
Characteristics.
at the time.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
Okay. We sorry.
Yes.
Keep
No,
going.
no. So once I realized, okay, he is gonna call, when I got back to school, I let him know, listen, let me call you. So they literally started talking every day, every night till the sun came up. We would fall asleep on the phone. And me being the open book that I always have been, I just told him everything. I'm only 14, but I told him pretty much everything that I could remember my whole entire life up until 14. Like he just knew everything. And of course, and true Narc form, he pocketed all of that information, held on to it like ammo and used it when he needed it. So I was still a virgin, of course. He did not want to, he wanted to, proceed with that because most narcissists, they move pretty fast. They want what they want when they want
Mm,
it, how they want it. And
mm.
I was just not having it. And, we would get real close, but then I'd be like, nope. And he would be
Yes.
angry, like, you know what, get up, put your clothes on, let's go, get out. Like, okay,
Wow.
bye. I don't care. You're not touching me. That's just
Wow.
how I felt. But eventually, yes, he took my virginity. And that was just it after that. I think I was hook, line, and sink. Like I belonged to him.
Oh.
So from there, I ended up pregnant by 17. I had my firstborn at 18. And that was the first time he brought me the first STD. I remember going to the doctors and I came back out in the car and I was like, yeah, I got an STD. And he laughed like it was a
Woo!
joke. My man said, well, at least it's something you can get rid of.
Oh my.
I said, say what?
Oh.
Yeah. So he didn't care at all. So my baby was born. He had stuff oozing out his eyes, all kind of nonsense from this because I had it for so long. I didn't know I had it
This was when you were pregnant.
while I was pregnant because he would cheat on me during the pregnancies. No, this is my first one. So I knew every pregnancy ended up cheating because I would get too big. And he would I can't get in there the way I want to. So I'm gonna be over here. I'm gonna be over here. And
Would he
yeah, he
tell
would
you
bring
that? I'm sorry to interrupt. Would he tell
no
you
problem.
that, or that was just you
That was
found
that
out
was the
later?
cycle. That was
Gotcha.
yes.
You
This
found
was the
out later.
vicious cycle. Yeah, because this is the firstborn. So I'm just thinking this is the first time. It was, okay, you cheated. That was horrible. Like, don't ever do that again. And let's move on. I'm pregnant by him now. So it's not, I wasn't, us not being together was not even a thought. Not at all.
Wait, Miss
You would think
Shakira.
that was a deal breaker, right?
I'm still stuck. I'm
Rewind.
audience.
Yeah.
I didn't take
Recap.
no medicine. Y'all about to get it raw, uncut, uncensored.
I love it.
Wait, Miss Shakira,
Yes.
you said you got pregnant at 17. You found out you had an STD. I got to go back to that.
Yeah.
And he said, "What?"
He laughed. He laughed like it was a joke. I came in and told a joke like I became a comedian all of a sudden. And I mean, heart pounding. I'm just like, are you
You
kidding me? Like,
at,
just didn't care at all. He
at
just
this
didn't care at all.
time you didn't know he was cheating.
No, I had no idea. No idea that he was sleeping with other people. Not at all. So yeah, it was devastating. It was very devastating.
Oh.
So it was like, okay, well, I'm having this kid by him, so I guess we're just gonna have to get over this, you know. So
Mm.
we moved on along, and by then we got married. So you know, he's not from the country. He had to, you know, get his papers. His mom was like, "Hey, going to need you to marry him, unless you want him to get deported." So she got us our first apartment, and we moved in, and so then she paid the bills for about six
Mm.
months and yeah, so that's how and it was just like, okay, well, yeah, this is the father of my child. You're not about to leave me raising the child by myself. So yeah, let's do this. So we got married, and it was justice of the peace down in Maryland, and he didn't even get a haircut. Like he didn't
Okay.
even care about marrying me. Didn't even cut his hair, let alone get dressed or anything. So it was just,
Wow.
yeah,
Another flag.
yeah,
Little
another one. Like,
trifling
girl,
little
I don't
self.
want you for real. Yeah, like I'm
Mm.
only doing this because my mom making me. Yeah. So got married 21, 23. Then I was pregnant with our second child by the time I was 23. So this was 2009. I had actually started nursing school in '08, August of '08, right?
Mm.
And in August, right before I started nursing school, he actually ended up like in a halfway house because he was on the streets. He was a street runner. And so he ended up, yeah, child,
Girl, are
child.
you telling me he had nothing? Like you're in nursing school and he's in a halfway house. Is that, did I
So no, I
understand
didn't
that
even make it.
correctly?
Nope, I didn't even make it to nursing school yet. This actually let me rewind a little bit because I remember while he was in the halfway house, he sent me a letter, and the
Ooh.
letter had a picture of a baby in it, and it said, "What I'm about to tell you, you're not gonna like." He had
Uh-oh.
gotten somebody else pregnant, and he had another child. Right? Boom. I think I
Wow.
cried for like 3 days straight. Like 3 days straight. I couldn't think straight. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't eat. I couldn't do nothing. It was just like, there's no way. It's like, okay. And y'all, I gotta rewind it back even more because after the first STD, he brought me back two more within that
Mm.
year. Within the year. And yeah, so
Right.
by the third time, I was like, okay, Shakira, this is enough. Like, enough is enough. Like, are you kidding me? And then that's when he threatened suicide. Oh, I might as well. Yep,
Oh.
yep. That's how he kept me. That's how he kept me.
Oh.
Classic.
That was it. So he
Classic.
No,
so I was like,
wait. Pause. Because okay, how old? Let's get some context and time frame. How old were you at this time? So you had the baby, you had the first STD, you had the
yeah.
baby.
So I was 18. I had him in December. By like
Okay.
February, because he didn't wait the full 6 weeks. It was like after 4 weeks, all right, give me my goods. Open
Mm.
up the
Oh,
legs, gave
give him
my
chance.
goods. Yeah,
Open
did
up,
not
give him some more sex.
come
He
here.
asked me.
Mm.
Absolutely. So by February, I had another STD. So I let it be known, got treated like, don't touch me for some months. And then when I finally, broke down, after he finally broke me down, and I let him back in and we slept together again. Lo and behold, here we are by before the end of the year, I'm with another STD. I remember I was working at Babies R Us, and I was on the bus at the time, and I went to go get on the bus, and they called me like, "Hey, we have your results." And I was like, and they were like, "Yeah, you have." What? No
Wow.
way. It's no way there's no way. There's no way. I couldn't believe
Wow.
it. So I remember calling him and I told him it's over. It's over. I don't want to be with you no more. I don't ever want to see you again. Don't come to my house. I don't care. I don't care. And that's when he threatened suicide. So I said, okay, clearly there's something wrong with you.
Mm.
So if we're gonna do this, we gotta go get help. Like you gotta see a psychologist, a therapist, somebody because something's wrong.
So
Okay.
were y'all married at this time or not yet?
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet.
yet. That's why
So
when his mom came to me,
Shakira.
who ain't I crazy? Ain't I crazy?
Yes,
That's
do
why
you
when his
know?
mom came to me and asked me, I was like, no, she had to work on me. She had to work
Mm.
on me for some months because I was like, are you mad? I wish I would marry him. There's no way
Yes.
on the planet I'm marrying him. And she just
Yes.
talked me into it. Like, y'all got a baby together. If he leave and
Oh.
goes overseas, then what? Da 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 da. Like, she just worked on me and worked on me and worked on me until
Oh.
I folded.
So they double teamed you. Like,
Yeah, it was definitely a double team.
and you were at this point,
So I
what,
was probably,
19, 20?
yeah, I was just,
Yeah.
this all happened around 1920. So by 21, when she asked me to marry him, I finally did that by
Yes.
21.
And you were
Yeah,
young.
Yes,
You were
you
I
young.
did.
was.
Yes. And
Yeah.
so it
So before
sounds
I got to the marriage, he had that baby on me as well. So it was the 3 STDs, then the baby.
3
So I got the letter,
STDs and a
and now a
baby.
baby. So I got the letter. He was saying, like I said, the picture of the baby fell out. And I'm like, what is this? I go to read the letter, and he's talking about what you about to read. You're not going to like. Whole time in the halfway house, me and the girl coming up there, bringing him toiletries, all kind, whatever he needed. We was just up there. I didn't know a whole other girl was coming. He was balling. He was big pimping over there,
So
And lo
how
and
did he
behold,
get in? How did he get incarcerated?
selling drugs, on the
Okay.
streets. Just
Okay.
unfortunately, yep.
Okay. So
So
he wasn't, he
they
didn't
gave
have
him
nothing going for himself.
not at that moment. He just got caught up in the streets, like the neighborhood guys who were
Okay.
his friends pulled him in. Like he was
Okay.
young, he was 16. It
Okay.
was like, all right, young boy, I'm gonna teach you everything. So he learned it and did that. So unfortunately, he ended up the halfway house was up because he could have went to jail. So it was an option. They gave him a choice. So he
Okay.
went there, goes there, and now he be converted to Islam. So I was like, okay, yeah. Because when you get locked up, the camaraderie there, the Muslims they pull you in, and now you Muslim. So at first I like shunned it,
Shakira,
y'all.
we gonna call this the boyfriend, the relationship from hell. You got a
Y'all,
title. You done
listen.
gave yourself a title.
I
Who?
did. I just started my own podcast called 20 Years with a Narcissist. I had to, because y'all listen at this story. I'm writing a book and everything. I have to.
Please.
The story is insane. And honestly, unfortunately, so many people, especially in my community, I was born and raised in Philadelphia, they're going to relate. They're going to relate like, oh
Oh,
my
we
God, girl,
know.
is this
We've
my
had
life? Oh, it's unfortunate, but they're going to relate. It's going to be a #1 seller because the book is
we've
insane.
had we're in month 9, 10 of this now, and this is
So many
we know
people.
we will. It's a thing. That's my phrase. It's a thing.
So many
For real.
people.
Okay, go back to
Yes,
your
it's like a pandemic, like COVID-19 was.
It's a
Narcissism is a
pandemic.
pandemic. I
pandemic.
just
It's a
didn't say
demon, a
It
spirit.
is. It's like a disease that's just
Yes.
entering into the
infiltrating.
human race and just penetrate. It's horrible.
Yes.
So yes, y'all. So before 20, he had the baby on me. Like I said, I cried for days. He finally got out and he came straight home with me. Lived with me, and what happened from 21, because we were married, but the marriage didn't mean nothing. So the mom of the child that from the letter,
Mm.
she came out the woodworks. So I guess he called himself trying to like get rid of her. Like, all right, I'm done with you. I don't want to be with you no more. So she decided to reach out to me. Like, oh no, let me let you know what's been going on. Remember, you was calling him on the 4th of July. Yeah, he was in the bed next to me. Say what? Yeah. So it was one of them situations. So she called me. Small world. She ended up being close to one of my sisters, and she used my sister to get me to the house. It was like, yeah, so and so want to speak to you. Can you come over? Okay, so I go over there, and she's sitting there holding my little nephew because my sister had just had a baby, and she tells me that what I just said. Oh, he was in my bed on the 4th of July. Da, da, da. So I couldn't, punch her in the face. Sorry, y'all, we violent over here in Philly.
Yes.
So yeah, it was just like, oh, okay, you knew what you was doing by holding my nephew, but that's cool. Tell me more. Tell me everything actually. So I let her tell me everything, and then when she was done, it was like, okay, now let's go talk to him about it. Called him up. Hey, hello. Yeah, hey, babe, what you doing? Oh, you at the crib with your homie? All right, well, I'm gonna stop by real quick before you leave. Don't go nowhere. I'll be right there. I said, come on, we're gonna go talk to him together. So she was driving at the time. I hopped in her car and she got in, and threw on her little Timberland boots. I guess she had, intentions, but I didn't care. I had tunnel vision and I was seeing red. So it was just like all systems on, I'm gonna go. So yeah, all right, but we gonna put all this on the table. So when I do leave, it's no confusion or none of that. So we get there. I said, listen, I'm going to go in first. And when give me like 2 minutes and just be right behind me. I'm going to leave all the doors unlocked so you can come right in, right? I come in, he in there in the living room with his homie. I said, let me talk to you in the bedroom real quick. We ain't got to talk in front of your homie or whatever the case. Go in the bedroom. I pretty much shut the door, enough to where when she opened it, it's like, surprise. So I shut the door and I'm like, so what's up with you and so? Y'all still messing with each other? So I'm saying, no, what you mean? So she knocks on the door. Doot, doot, doot. I open the door. I said, so y'all not still messing with each other? What's this? He's like, yo, just to save face. Fuck no, I ain't fucking with that bitch. In her face, like she was nothing. It didn't matter what he said because I just stole him after that. And just started waving. You got me messed up. You over here got this girl talking about you was in her bed. I will destroy you. Are you mad? So
He tried to take him out.
Listen, that's
To
how.
take him.
Yeah, but now she mad that he's treating her like a piece of garbage, like
Yeah.
she
Mm-hmm.
means
Yeah.
nothing, right? So she breaks down and starts crying. She's like, "Oh, you was eating my coochie." I don't know if I can say all this on your podcast, y'all, but hey, you was eating my ass, and now I'm gagging. I
Yeah.
immediately got nauseous, and I run to the bathroom to throw up. You was eating
Mm.
her what? Where? On
Mm.
my couch? In my
Oh.
house?
Oh
Oh.
Yup, right in the crib, right in the crib.
no.
Woo,
We got
so
to pause right there.
Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah.
Miss Shakira. One, this man sound like he was gutter. Off the
Mm.
streets, in the halfway house, Islam, practicing Islam, no money, no haircut. cheating with this other woman, baby in jail, all that kind of stuff. And then it's this other woman look like is fighting over him. Y'all fighting over this.
Well, she's the baby mom of the baby from the letter.
Oh yes, she's the baby mama.
She's the baby mom. So she feel like she got a place. She belongs
Oh,
here.
and
Like,
he just dogged her and said, I don't care nothing. She was a
I
part of
don't
the
care about
supply.
her. Yep. That's it. That's all. And if I gotta make a choice, it's definitely not gonna be her. I was his main source. I was the
Yeah.
main source of supply. So as much as he cheated, he was always gonna come back.
Grade
He was
A.
always coming back. So I go in the bathroom and I start throwing up. So I lock the door, or whatever, because now he at the door banging on the door like, Shakira, open the door, open the door. I'm sorry, please, please. I'll do anything. Please, please. Like he just would beg, to stay in my good grace. But I was like, nah, it's nothing you can say. It's nothing you can say, nothing you can do. Now, meanwhile, Shorty in the background throwing his PlayStation down the steps. Like, oh yeah,
Oh,
I don't mean nothing to you. He choking her up. So now I gotta come out and save her because I brought her here. I was been, the cops. I brought her here, so now I gotta go save the girl. So I go out there like, get off of her, like, because he didn't care about her. He's about to choke the life clean out of her. So I couldn't let that happen. So I broke that up. I told her to get out. I said, you know what? Don't worry about me. I'm out too. I left. I mean, he called me back to back. I mean, back to back for days on end. I left, went to my cousin's house. I stayed there for like a month. I wouldn't even go back for my clothes and nothing. I just didn't care. I was just like, no, I'm not even going over there. Like, there's no way. So eventually I made it over there, but I was like, I can't do this. So I moved out. I moved in with my grandma and I went to nursing school.
Can I ask where the baby was during this time?
My child?
Yeah.
With my mom. The kids wasn't no kids in the house. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my mom was
So
my
you
little
were,
babysitter
so your mom was
at another house.
just watching them, or like, were you
did she get
parental? Or yeah, were they? Yeah. Was your
Yeah,
mom
we had
like
our own. Remember, we in the apartment that his mom is paying for. So my mom had her own house, and my son was at my mom's.
just
So,
visiting, or was he staying
just
there?
visiting.
Just
Yeah.
visiting. Okay,
visiting?
gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was probably the weekend. I was outside. I was at a birthday party or something like that,
Gotcha.
and I was on my yup.
And
So
I think Shakira, I think it's also important to point out that these people are persistent because you said like he called and called and called, like he's doing all this dirt, all
like,
this
just
evil.
leave me alone. Like,
Yeah,
why?
and we sometimes as women we break down and we give in because we feel like, well, maybe he really do love me, maybe he really like me
Like,
because
look how he blowing me up. Look how he on my
Yes.
top. Like, he want me. Like, I'm her. Like, I'm the
I'm
bomb.com.
the
He gonna
one.
always
yes,
come back to me. What you mean? Nah,
yes.
baby. Nah, baby, you the supply. You the main source of supply at that. You ain't about to leave him high and dry. If anything, he gonna be the one leaving. It's not gonna
Oh, he
yeah.
want to be the one
It's gonna be me.
discard
Yes.
you. He don't,
Yes.
He
oh,
can't
I'm
have
the
see,
it.
other way
Yeah.
around.
see, wait. Mir gonna watch this and say, oh,
Yeah. He been teaching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mary.
He know what's
Teaching us.
up.
out
Shout
to
out.
the chosen one.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna have him on my podcast. He gonna swing right on over to my podcast too. Period.
Yes.
Yes, come on,
We gotta get the word out. No, this is real. These
Yes,
are
it's
facts, y'all.
serious.
These are facts. This is why we doing this show, because we need people to know this is reality.
This is a mess.
This
Yes.
is happening.
Mess.
Yes.
Not mess, and it makes us as women look so thirsty
And
so
weak.
low self-worth,
And
so
low self-
weak.
Tell-
Yes,
Yeah.
And it's
yes,
not fair to say because that boy got me at 14. I was a
yes,
baby. Like that,
yes,
there's no way you got me. And even if you were 35, like
Yes.
the way that they penetrate the psyche
Yes.
and love bomb and then then discard you and then degrade you, devalue you, and then put you on the shelf and then come back and love bomb you again. Like When we first met, when I wouldn't give up the goods, he wrote me a letter. Then he was a letter writer. We wrote letters to each other. So for my love bond with him, because it's in my first or second episode. I'm only on episode 3, y'all.
Yes,
And
okay.
yeah, and he was like, yeah, I think I'm in love with you. You're everything I've been looking for, and blah blah blah. And the letter smelled so good. Like he used to wear oils, all the oils and stuff. And the letter, I mean, when I say y'all, I inhaled this letter. Like I read it every day and held the letter. Like that's psychological warfare. Like you knew what you was, and then left and went and started sleeping with somebody in college, one of his sister college friends, for the whole summer. Didn't hear from him for the entire summer after the letter.
Wrote that letter and ghosted you.
And ghosted me.
Lies.
And more lies.
Lust and lies. We forget about the love. Don't talk about love. This is the lust and lies.
Yes, it was. And the crazy part is his friends. I ended up getting in touch with his friend. He told me to run for the hills. This is right hand man. Because he saw me like, dang, you one of the good ones. And he really about to do you dirty. And I don't want that for you. So you know what? Girl, you could find somebody better. Like he said it kind of like settled. It was clear.
You better get away.
Yes. And I listened, but only for a time. So this was the summertime, and I didn't re-encounter, my narc until September. Man, we got back to school because we met in school. This is school. So this is the letter. Now I'm in like 10th grade. He's in 11th, 12th. We was 2 grades apart. But he ended up getting kicked out. Couldn't stay in school. Got kicked out. Ended up going to night school. Like all the bad things, all the red flags were there. Girls was coming up to me in school like, yeah, he was trying to eat my coochie the other day. That should be
it.
I said, say what?
Mercy.
And just ignored all these things. I heard them. They hit, but I just
yes. You didn't have the strength to and the
know-how, the knowledge.
Yes. Let's fast forward to, you said y'all married twice and divorced twice.
Right.
Talk to us about that.
After the first marriage, 21, 23, like I said, I got pregnant with my second child. So no, remember I said I left when we beat him up, me and the baby mom beat him up or whatever the case. Now she tried to stay friends with me. She wanted to stay cool. Like she's like, he not gonna take care of these boys like he's supposed to. So we gonna have to be the ones to do it. That made perfect sense to me. Every time we got together, all she talked about was him. It was all about him. She was stuck like Chuck. But I don't know how to leave him alone. I don't know how to stop loving him. What?
Oh my gosh.
I'm in nursing school. The girl would be blowing me up in school, all kind of stuff. I had to cut her off. I said, oh no. And no, the what was the icing on the cake for me? When I would take my child to her house or for us to get together, he would cry the entire time. No, my child does not cry ever. He was a good baby. Why he always crying here? There's something up with you. You're up to no good. And I don't trust you. This whole atmosphere is giving me, and I got to cut it off. So when I cut her off, she snapped, oh, this what you wanted all along. Da, 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 da. And I could only imagine when he was the one cutting her off, that's how she reacted to him, which made her reach out to me. So now I done cut her off, and I was public enemy number 1 after that. I said by January, so this was August when we fought with him and everything. I started nursing school in August. And by January of that following year, I was pregnant by him again.
Oh, 3 children.
Right back knocked up. Cut her off and started sleeping with him again. It was like I got her out the way and he got to come right back in. And I remember crying the first sexual encounter because I was just like, what are you doing? Why are you letting this man touch you? What is happening? And you get in this space of like, something's wrong with me. Something wrong with me.
Yes.
Yeah. I remember y'all other guests saying that. I was like, girl, yes, that it definitely does that to you. Be like, what? Why am I? There's no reason why he should be touching me, but I allowed it. And next thing you know, I'm pregnant again. And so I rode the wave because I didn't graduate nursing school till that October, and I ended up giving birth September 24th. So I went right back 5 days later. But throughout that whole pregnancy, the girl tortured me. Like she was so mad that I got pregnant by him again, and that we got married. Oh my gosh! Once we found out we was married, her life was ruined. Like, oh my God, are you serious? You're married? Her life was over. She called me every day, telling me she was going to beat me up every day, every other day.
She wanted that nothing.
And never did. No, she was all bark, no bite. she ended up getting a job at like the hospital. It was, prestigious hospital, was making like $16 an hour, got a car, got a crib. He helped her move in, and he never really fully detached from her either, I guess. So she called herself calling and bragging about that. Like, yeah, that's why he helped me move in, and he did this and da, and I make $16 an hour. And this is when I realized like God was 100% on my side, because I'm such a genuine, sincere person, and I don't mean nobody no harm. I'm just stuck with a fool that don't deserve me, and I'm getting the backlash that I don't deserve. So I'm
Yes.
not gonna lift a finger. I'm not, oh, you gonna beat me up? Okay, all right, well, I'll see you when I see you then. All right, like, girl, bye, click. You done? Are you done yet? We done now? Or I can't get up? All right, done. Like, get out my face. Didn't she lose everything? The crib, the car, the job,
Wow.
got hooked on pills, lost their son that they
Oh.
had together, and moved out the
Oh.
state. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I'm one of the chosen ones. Like, God is good. Okay, baby,
Wow.
you got me messed up. I don't have to lift a finger. But she was
Wow.
just one of many. She was just one of many. I
One
had
of many in his supply.
and his supply, y'all. They just
Ooh.
kept coming. It just never ended, right?
Can you tell
So
us how you divorced him and then married him again? Go to that part.
right. So the divorce came. We got married in when did we get married? In '08. The divorce came in 2016.
Ooh.
By then I had about 3 kids, because I had my daughter in '09, so it was '04, '09,
Mm.
and then I had my daughter in 2012. So that's what happened. I moved out the state. I felt like he was gonna kill me. I felt like he was, like, when I say that, I mean like deteriorate me from the inside out. Like, what did
Yes.
Mary say? Break you down like a Christmas tree. He
Yes.
was breaking me down like a Christmas tree, and I
Ooh.
felt my soul leaving my body. I said, we
Yes.
got to get out of here.
Ooh.
Okay, so this was, so no, after that third STD back in '04, '05, '06, it was no
Mm.
STDs until 2016. Until was it an STD? No, it wasn't an STD yet. I don't think it was an STD. What happened was he got a new phone and didn't tell me he got a new phone. So I saw the
Mm.
old phone sitting somewhere, and I picked it up and I went to touch it, and it was like, no SIM card or something like that. I'm like,
Mm.
what? So wait, this not his phone? So wait, he
Mm-mm.
got a new phone?
Mm.
So I confronted him about it, and I remember, I don't know if he left it somewhere. Somebody called him. And it was a no name. And I answered the phone, and she like, hello, and I'm like, who this? And she hung up. So I
Mm.
was like, sis, who is this? So I called her back. I kept calling her back, and I was like, look, I'm gonna keep calling you until you tell me who you are. He must have been in the shower or something. I don't know.
Mm.
And so I was like, wow, he really got a new phone. Didn't tell me about it, but I'm like, who? So we come into the room. I'm like, who is her? Who is she? Or whatever the case. I don't know. The number was in the phone when I bought it. Say
Lies.
say what? Say
Lies.
say what?
Yes.
The number
That
was in the
doesn't
phone.
happen, sir.
Like, that's impossible. You
That
sound
is not a
crazy.
thing. That does not happen.
Like, the gas
And I'm
light,
not
it was
that
on
stupid.
110. You got to be kidding me. So I said, okay, that was the straw. That was it. I said, I'm out. I said, I'm moving. I found out I was pregnant with my daughter in October, and I moved to Florida by April. I moved out of there. I packed up all my stuff. I moved out, went to my grandma's again. She was always the go-to spot. I just always go back to grandma's house. And I stayed there until I stacked up my bread, and then I moved to Florida with my dad's side of the family. They were like, baby, come here. We got you. I'm knocked up. I'm about 6 months pregnant now. And it was like, we gonna take care of you. Ain't got to worry about it. My dad sent me down there. My dad was like, look, I'm right behind you. I'm getting up out of here too. I'm right behind you. All right, bet. So
Mhm.
I get over there, but now it's time for me to have this baby. This baby number 3. He done seen the other 2 kids be born, and I didn't think it was fair to my child to not have her father
Oh.
present during her birth.
Oh,
So
here we go.
yup. So yup.
Here we go. Come on.
I
Miss Nice Girl.
Here
too
we go.
daggone nice,
Nice
right?
girl, yes.
I hit his sister up, and I'm like, yo, this could be my birthday / Christmas / whatever gift for the next 3 years. If you fly him out here, get him a rental car, put him up in a hotel. Yes, y'all. So he can see his child be born. Of course he
Oh.
did. Of course she did. Yes, of course. This is our She loves her nieces and nephews. Like, and when I would talk about abortion, because I'm like, yo, there's no way I'm keeping this baby. I can't do this again. She like, you doing what? She would be like ready to take my head off. You not having no abortion. What? That's what we not gonna do. So it was like, okay, you wanted me to keep the baby too. Get him down here so he can see this child be born. And my
Oh.
child don't resent me for not having her
Yes.
dad there. No, she is a Cancer too, y'all. She is very one of those type of kids. If it would have went down that way, it would have been a problem. I promise you. So no regrets on that end, but at the same time, it was regrets. He gets down there because no, my family they can't stand him. They can't stand him. So he comes down there and I asked my aunt, and she was like, "All right, well, tell him to come to your house and come get you." All right, bet. But my uncle didn't take kindly to that. He calls me up like, "Oh, you told that fool where I lived?" Like it was like,
Yeah.
I betrayed him or something. I was like, "Uncle, as he told me that what was my options? He had to come get me with the kids. I packed up a little suitcase, y'all, went and stayed the whole 5 days at the hotel with him, had sex with him and everything, all of that, the whole bit, right?
Mm.
So now I don't know.
Anytime you come around these people, it's like they have a way of that demon
Bring you back
spirit
in.
to get you to do things that's completely against your values, your self-worth, your what you said you wasn't gonna do. It's
Yes.
like they're highly manipulative. That's
That
why
hovering, I
it's
think that's
like
the term.
don't go around them because you're gonna
Yes.
no
You're gonna get
contact.
sucked back in like a vacuum. What you say, Hoover? Like a
Hovering,
vacuum, suck you
exactly.
clean back in. And that's just how it goes down. So
Term.
so I ended up going into labor like day 4 of him being there. So it was like, all right, oh snap, the kids can't come in the hospital. I gotta call my aunt to see if you could drop them off so that you can actually see the baby be born. Otherwise, you're going to be sitting in the waiting room with the kids and you still not going to see your child be born. That's not going to work out. My aunt, she like, all right, tell them bring them on. And I'm like, oh my goodness, like, I got in trouble the last time I let him come over there. I don't know what's going to happen. My uncle, which was her brother. So her uncle, it was a big house. So it was my aunt and her son, and then my uncle with his wife and their kids, on the second level. So the uncle would be totally against what the aunt was okay with. So it's a conflict there. Be that as it may, he dropped the kids off at the house, and I'm in the hospital trying to have this baby. No, so right after I had the baby, my uncle calls me and literally curses me out because my daughter ended up having diaper rash. She was about 2 at the time. So now my narc didn't know nothing about having no girl. Like I kind of left while she was little. He didn't know what to do with her, and she was being potty trained. So she sat in her skin was just that sensitive. It probably happened in over a matter of hours, and you just see the rawness. Just kind of, that's how it was. So my uncle's like, "Why this baby got diaper rash? What the heck? What was y'all doing?" Snapping on me. No, I'm hormonal. My hormones is coming down after just having a baby. This is the next morning of having this child, and I'm getting cursed out by my family. It was such a blessing to be able to go to my aunts and uncles and have somebody love up on me the way that they did. Sorry, y'all, that's my client beeping. Mom about to come grab him for me. And I remember crying myself to sleep when I first got there because they would make plates for me, run my bath water, make the bed up for me. I was like, this is how family supposed to treat you? Like, this is love right here.
Wow.
And when he came down there and saw the baby, when I tell you they all turned on me, it was like a flip was switched. I would come into the room, they would stop talking. Oh, here she come. Hold up, don't say nothing. Like, wait, what? It got bad. Like he just came and
Wow.
penetrated. He brought his demon spirit with him and left it there. And
Oh.
left it there like a cloud that just suffocated the whole household. By the time I got home with this baby, no, my aunt made me have this baby at this particular hospital because she didn't want to travel too far to go to the hospital that I wanted to go to. And then ended up not coming to get me. She didn't come see the baby. She didn't come pick me up. I had to
Wow.
catch a cab back home because
Wow.
y'all were mad that I let this man come up here.
And I understand. It's
And they felt
frustrating.
like I betrayed her. I get it.
It is very frustrating when
Like, girl,
you
you came up here to get away from him, and then you gonna
exactly.
make him come up here.
It's
And
tiresome.
yeah, and I get it. So, but at the time, I did not. At the time, I
Yes.
felt like, oh my goodness, like, please don't treat me like this. Like, he
Yes.
was like, oh, so you just gonna have this bundle of joy, and now I gotta leave, and I can't see my babies. He felt like it was the ultimate betrayal for me to take his kids and run to Florida. And they felt like it was the ultimate betrayal to bring this
Yes.
school to where I was trying to escape from it.
Quick
So I was
question.
caught between a rock and a hard place, y'all. When I tell you depressed, like I was
Yes.
just stick a fork in her, she's done. I was
And
done up.
postpartum.
Quick
Like a mug.
question. Did you feel like he really cared about his kids, or was you forcing
I,
him?
I do. Now that's one thing I can say. I
Okay.
heard mirror everything he was saying, but that man, he loves his kids.
Okay.
I think only because it's an extension of him. More the
Oh,
it's all
okay.
about me, but this is a part of me. So I'm
Okay.
above it like it's me. Like,
Okay.
yeah, that's where he went with that.
Okay.
Um
Well, that's good to know.
and
I
when it
have,
was, I'm thankful for that, I must say.
yes. I have a
So
few more questions. We about to
yes,
get ready to
wrap it up. I got you.
yeah, so just a few more questions about the end. You said you had 5 kids with him total. So even after this third baby, you had 2 more children for
So I
him.
went to Florida pregnant. He ended up packing up his whole life, coming to Florida to come get me, y'all. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. No, he's in a vehicle that he got from one of his other supplies. He done had 2 kids with her
You
that I
better
didn't even know
shut the
about.
fuck up.
Y'all, 2 kids that I
Oh,
didn't even know about. It took for him to pack up his whole life in this vehicle to come to Florida for her to come out the woodworks and be like, yeah, the baby you see on my Facebook profile, because that's how she lured me in with through Facebook. That's his daughter, and I'm 6 months pregnant right now. Wait,
oh
what?
my.
Wait, what? And no, he's on his way to. He hadn't even gotten to Florida yet. He's on en route because it's a 16-hour drive. And she found out he was coming to me, and it was like, "No, sis, let me let you know. Yeah, I got 2 of them."
Oh,
I was like, "Turn around now, turn around now, go back, go back, go back. I don't want you. Don't come here. Don't come around here." Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
and
Yeah,
you see, it's something because it's like I don't know how God. We need just God to intervene
please.
because to for women to allow this, and it's like I don't know what it is, but I know you didn't want to be that weak, but you was weak.
I was weak sauce.
It's
Weak
crazy.
sauce because now where I was saying, so my dad ended up coming down, right? So by then, fast forward now, my uncle and them, the energy in the house got so toxic that
Of course.
they ended up kicking me out. So the kids started fighting each other. They were bullying my son. My son was probably about 6 at the time. My daughter was 2, and I just gave birth to the new baby. And the 6-year-old, they was bullying her. I mean, shut up, fat boy. Shut up. Ain't nobody talking to you, dummy. I would wake up out my sleep and hear them attacking my child. Like, and I just lost it one day. I just lost it. And I was like, no, I'm sick of y'all. Don't talk to my son like that. Like, just, no, my baby's in my arms, just absorbing all this negative energy. It was horrible. And I'm like, no, so my uncle comes up like, no, you think you gonna talk to my kids like that? Oh, and I let you in my house? You got me always messed up. Now get out.
Mm,
Now. And
mm,
I packed up my stuff, y'all. But at the time I was studying with Jehovah's Witnesses. I had,
mm.
and one of the brothers, they invited me into their home. They allowed me to come. And I went over there with them for a bit until my dad came. So when my dad came to Florida, I went and moved in with him and his wife, and they had a child together. So I get there, and now I'm working overnight. My dad working day shift. So his wife by default is watching my 3 kids plus hers. It was too much. Completely and utterly overwhelmed. She couldn't handle it. Took her child, ran back to Philly. So now we like, So now here he come. I'm coming to get you. 16-hour drive. I couldn't stay there. My dad was crying himself to sleep every night because his baby girl was not there because his wife
Yes.
left with her. And
Mm,
it was just like, this is all my fault. I
yeah.
brought all this
Yeah.
all this into this family. Y'all
My
don't
gosh.
deserve this.
Mm.
I'm gonna just head
Demon
out. I'm gonna just have
spirit.
to deal with it on my own, the best way that I
Demon
can.
spirit.
Yep.
Demon
Make
spirit caused
negative
so much
track.
Yeah, you
confusion.
see what it
Track
did?
it off.
Yes.
It was horrible.
Shakira, give us that in part of how you finally say enough is enough.
So like I said, he had to be the one to discard. He had to be the one to discard. He got to Florida. He was a king. He was, I mean, waited on me hand and foot, took care of the baby, fed the baby, everything. He was everything I ever wanted and more. We ended up back in Philly because they do not pay you nothing in Florida. Like, it's got back up here. He went right back to his demon weed, the divorce. Got to the new house. He ended up bringing me. This is when the STD came into play. So we got divorced in 2016. We got remarried 2017. 1 year later, I got pregnant with the 5th child. I came back pregnant with the 4th one from Florida. Got pregnant with the 5th child. He was like, he brought me back to STD. He told me, oh, well, why don't we just take a break for a while? What you mean take a break? This is him trying to put me back on the shelf again. By March of that, because I became Muslim, I reverted to Islam as well, and we ended up getting Islamically married. So I just knew this was it. Nah, it wasn't. He because I put me back on the shelf, I wasn't putting it on the shelf. So this was right before the pandemic. He moved out. We got divorced. He moved out March 5th. The world shut down March 13th, and my grandmom died May 8th. He wriggled back in that year, even though we was divorced already, and we was right back in our regular cycle until the end of that year. I ended up meeting somebody else, and I slept with somebody else. My girlfriend recorded it. He was tagging my phone. He had his account attached, so you can see all my pictures, videos, everything, and showed me the video of me having sex with this boy, and he was sick. Sick, made him sick to his stomach. He couldn't, and that's when he was decided he was done with me. He said, "It don't seem like it right now, but we're done. No, we're done." I was like, "Boy, bye. All right, we gonna be right in the same cycle. Whatever, we're done. If you say so, blah blah blah." He's currently remarried and had 2 more kids, so he has a total of 10 now. I had 5 of them, but yeah, that was our story. But I'm gonna tell
He
more.
has 10 children, 5 with you.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep.
Ladies and ladies.
Yeah, right.
Women, if you're female, I need you to listen to me. This is the last minute. We got to wrap this up quickly. And we going to have to bring Miss Shakerah back for part 2.
I'm telling y'all.
Listen, I love Miss Shakerah. I appreciate her honesty. I appreciate her transparency. This, and I know she would agree, this is an example of what we don't do.
No, y'all don't do it.
These people got strong demons. You hear her say he was Islam, then she converted to Islam. This man gave her STDs. This man discarded her, put her on the shelf. He ghosted her. He just treated her like trash. Had babies on her. Outside, just the work. I mean, I can't even imagine. We didn't have time to get into the heartbreak, the emotional pain, just all of that, the toxicity, the stress, the pressure. I'm sure she ought not have no hair on her head. Just thank God. And she's still in her right mind.
Yes.
That part.
We don't have time for this. We too good for this. God made us better than this. We the apple of his eye. He didn't create us for this kind of treatment from no man.
No way.
And so I want to thank our guests. Thank you so much, Miss Shakerah, for sharing this.
Yes.
This was powerful.
Yes.
A powerful example. Y'all put that baby on repeat. You're going to need to watch this over and over and over again. And you're going to need to go over to her podcast and learn, because she's going to put these episodes up, her own episodes up. So you're going to be able, if you're struggling with this, come on.
Yes.
One, you're going to need deliverance. That deliverance comes through Jesus Christ. I'm going to tell you, he got power to help us to be fulfilled and to help us not need this mess, this trash, this gutter crap that's out here. Come on, we better than this. You've been tuned into another episode of Love, Luster, Lies. Come on, you got to share this. I know you're going to share this because this is crazy. That's crazy. Married, divorce. This toxicity, we don't have no more time for it. Tune in again. If you have a story you need to share with us, come on. If you done been through worse than it, I think Miss Shakerah's done topped it.
Yes.
But if you have been through worse, I need you to email us at lovelustorlies@gmail.com. Thank you all so very much. We love you. We praying for you.
Like, share, subscribe, and please leave your comments because we want to know.
Oh, you got to tell us. Come on. You got to tell us. Talk to us about this.
Yes.
Talk to us about this. Come on. Talk to us about this. Now, don't demean my girl now. Come on. She admitted where she was wrong. She admitted she was weak.
Yes.
Come on. Don't get in there and rip her up. I'm just asking. Be kind. All right. We love y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Bye-bye.
Bye.